All right, everybody. We're going to give everybody just a moment to load in because load times can vary depending on your internet
Hey,
speed, the
Phil.
time of day, and all space. The alignment of the planets and the stars that can matter. But while we wait, if you'll notice, we have Raven Eye in the corner. This is actually our YouTube camera. If we have any usable content here today, you'll see it go up on YouTube in a few weeks. So you can see yourself there. Maybe you want to wave out and feel, VR famous, right? And be like, hey, YouTube, how's it going? We got a lot of people in here. We got Morgan Forrest, of course. We've got Hummingbird. We've got Origami Man, and we've got Grokons, and we got Matty Boy, and we've got Nicroninium, who's apparently out of his headset at the moment, just threw his avatar to the side, just carelessly tossed it aside, right in the middle of things. Reckless abandon. All right, everybody. What we're going to do now is if you press that blue and white triangle button on your lower left, you're going to see that your main menu opens up in front of you. Now, once you press on that, you're going to see that you have all these tabs on the bottom of your main menu, and one of those tabs is going to say Settings. There's a cogwheel icon directly above it, and if you just click on that, you're going to see on the left-hand side, you have all these categories. The third category down is going to say Input. So if you go ahead and click on Input, you're going to see the top center panel has changed, and the word Fly will be right there. All you have to do is just press that white circle next to the word fly, and it will toggle to blue. Once it's toggled to blue, your flight mode is enabled, and you're ready to go. All you have to do now is just press that close tab in the lower right. That's the X with the circle around it, and you'll be able to see again. So hi, everybody. Now listen, all you need to do is just remember, if you want to go faster, you can squeeze your left trigger. You could also learn how to use the flight tool. Once you get used to the basic flight, I'm happy to show you how to do that. Just come see me in this office area. But all you need to do right now is just push forward on that left thumbstick and look up, and you're going to find that you go right up into the air. Now, you steer your head, which can feel kind of weird. For example, if you tilt your head to the side and move sideways, you're going to find that your avatar goes up or down depending which way your head is tilted. And to get used to this sensation, what you can do is go out through this doorway here and fly up to those red rings to the tower. Now, up at the tower, you're going to discover a type of teleportation that feels like fast flight. We call it zip lining. You'll zip line down on this yellow target. You'll feel a tremendous sense of accomplishment, and you go on to accomplish great things in alt space. But listen, if you want to get there in style, all you have to do is go to the end of the runway there by that gray wall, and you're going to see an aircraft with an open door. If you go in through that open door, you're going to see on the console is a launch button. Now, you know that pointer that's coming out of your right hand? If you've ever wondered what that's for, that's what this is for. If you aim that pointer at that launch button, you're going to see that your target starts to spin. Then all you have to do is squeeze your trigger one time, and one of these ships will attach to you. They have spinning turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun to fly around in. And if anybody has any questions, I'll be in here in this office area for the duration of the event. So go ahead and give that a try. And please let me know if you have any questions or you'd like to learn how to use the flight tool, or if you have any questions about alt space, event hosting, world building, pretty much anything. All right. So go ahead and enjoy that, guys. And I'll be right here.
Hey,
Anybody have
my
any questions
question.
yet?
Yeah, I
What's
do.
that, Maddie?
I'm actually not the Matty boy that everyone
I
seems to know
realize that. Yeah.
where
I
everywhere I
got that when you
go.
came
So,
closer.
should I change the name?
That's entirely up to you. But
How do
if
I
you're going
do
to get
that, by the way?
confused with people, you could do it, and it's fairly easy to do. What you want to do is you have two names actually. You have your display name that appears at the very top, right, and on the bottom you have your username. Like if you look at my name tag by clicking on anywhere here, you're going to
Right.
see that above my head you've got Michael Forrest, and that's my display name. But below that you'll see Ravenhall Labs, which is my username, and that username is going to be used, like for example, if I'm going to moderate an event, they need the username to give me moderation powers. It's a way to uniquely identify me, right? It's also good for friends list and all that kind of stuff. But to change your display name is fairly easy. All you have to do is go to the website altvr.com, make sure you log into it with the email address you have
Okay.
associated with your account, and then up in the upper right you're going to see where you have your user profile. You just pull down there, and you're going to have your preferences and your user info, and there you can put in your display name, and that you can change anytime you want. But if you want to change your actual username, that you have to actually go to altvr.com/support and request them to change it to what you want to change to. And it takes them a couple of business days to do it. So if you're trying like days like Friday, so it may not happen until early next week, but they're usually pretty quick about that stuff.
All right. So I have to
So
go to the
that
website, and it's so
yes.
funny. Everywhere I go, somebody knows Matty boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's an event host, and you'll find that like event
Yeah.
hosts have pretty recognizable names and stuff, and
Right.
and
I have
that can
another
happen.
quick question. The
Sure, of
the
course.
round menu button. That's I don't know what it's actually called, but is there? It's always coming up, and it always seems to be in the way. Is there any way to just not have that
There is actually
activated?
to move it. The now there's a few things where it comes like if it moves around a little bit, the best thing to do is push down on your left thumbstick, and that'll recenter it and reposition the menus, get everything the way it's
Oh,
supposed
I
to be.
see.
But you're they call it I call it a menu wheel. A lot of people call it radial menu. Some people call it the UI. But if you want to move it around, go ahead and press that blue and white triangle button right there in the middle. That's your main menu. And
Right.
when you do that, if you go into settings, you're going to see
Right.
at the very top you have a category called general. And now there you're going to want to participate in early access program and have that checked off, because once you do, you'll be able to take part in something called movable HUDs. All right. It is probably going to make you re-enter the space, so I'll wait for you to return. There you go. So you disappeared. I knew that was coming. Advanced knowledge. All right. Snickers and Monster Papson. How's it going? You guys learn how to fly yet? Yeah. Well, I saw Snickers had a flight tool, so I think he knows what's up. Are you guys are just watching? All right, that's cool. All right, welcome back, Matty boy. What you want to do now is go into your main menu again, and once there, you're going to see you have your settings tab, and you click on that again. All right, and now you're going to see. Let's see, where is this? I think it's under comfort. No, it's under display. Yeah, that's right. If you go under display, it's the fourth category down. Squeeze the trigger on that. You're going to see there's like a kind of a toggle for something called movable HUDs. If you go ahead and enable that, once you close your menu by pressing the X with the circle around it, you're going to be able to point at your menu and squeeze your grab button on the side of your controller. That's the one with your third finger right there. And you'll be able to position the HUD anywhere you'd like. And a lot of people will put it above them so it's out of their view. Some people put it off to their side. You know, you can even resize it too, if I'm not mistaken. All right.
Okay, but normally you just push this and it just stays over here, kind of out of your way.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do it that way. That'll work.
Okay.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
No worries. All right. Does anybody have any questions at all? No? Okay. You're just going to stand there and stare at me. Okay. Well, I'll stare back.
I'm of course waiting for this stick button.
Wait, say this, Origami Man? What was that?
Oh, I ran the course. Now I'm waiting for the lesson on using sticks.
Oh, okay, cool. What you want to do is you're going to see if you press on that blue and white triangle button, right, you're going to see that you have that settings tab on the bottom. If you press that settings tab on the left-hand side, you're going to see all these categories, and about halfway down, you're going to see a category called items. If you squeeze your trigger on that, you're going to see there's an option for a flight tool, and next to that will be a spawn button. If you press the spawn button, see one appears in the air in front of you, your menu closes. If you aim at this and squeeze your grip button, all right, go ahead and squeeze your grip button, comes to your hand, the force is strong, you know, don't move. You can sign the waiver. That's very important, legally binding. All right. Now, what you could do is you could put the pen in either hand. Personally, I like to keep it in my left hand because that enables my right thumbstick to move around in these circles here, which gives me a little bit more control. Right. Now, whichever hand you hold it in, if you squeeze the trigger of the hand that you're holding the pen in, you can draw small lines. Now, if you draw small lines, you move slowly in that direction. The longer the line, the faster you'll go. So if you drew a long line straight up in the air right now, you'd smack your head in the ceiling, and that's why you signed the waiver, pretty much, you know. And if you draw a long line out the door, you'll shoot out the door like a rocket, and, you know, we won't be sending a search party, so go with caution. All right.
So this is more like a joystick control for flight rather than...
Sort of, yeah. The other way you steer with your head, and this way you're going to steer with your hand, and it allows for very precise movement, actually. I like to use this when I'm building worlds, because like if you're using the thumbsticks, like if I grab this mug here, and I'm using my thumbsticks, the movement is kind of jerky, and it's not very precise. Now, I mean, you can get close enough, and you can use your arm to go like that, but if you're using the flight tool, you can very delicately place it wherever you like, and it'll just, you know, go into place. All right. So it's a good world building tool, actually. And it's also much faster than a standard flight. You could also actually spawn more than one of them. You can actually make two of them and go, you know, supersonic out past the hills, you know, so you can go really fast with those. All right. And that's about it. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. How about you, Snickers or Monster Papson? You guys have any questions, or you're just content to stare?
No question. I just want to let you know that I really appreciate the things that you do. I've been watching a couple of these. I brought my brother that just bought a Quest 2 days ago to one of yours sets.
And did he make his Quest time? That's specifically for new Quest users.
Exactly. He made a Quest time 2, I think, something like that.
That's terrific.
Was it yesterday? Something like that.
Oh, that's terrific.
I just want to say that you're really doing it. You are doing it so great.
Oh, thank you so much. That means the world. I was wondering because you're over there staring, and I'm like, uh-oh, who sent this guy? Oh, that's good news. All right, I like that. That's awesome. Thanks so much. Yeah. Wow.
Well, I just wanted to let you know.
Oh, I appreciate that. I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to process this and drink the coffee slowly and let it sink in. Let's sink in. They appreciate my work. Oh, no. Okay, cool. Thanks so much for saying that. That's really nice.
No,
anybody,
Michael,
listen, we got legit Flash 11. What was that, Matty boy? What was that?
Well, sometimes you encounter things like this avatar over here, which isn't a person, right? Like,
yes, actually, this is right now, this is our YouTube camera. So all this is if you want to film in AltspaceVR, sometimes you can, you have to let the admins know that you're doing it because you're not supposed to have more than one account. But what happens is, I told the admins that I want to start filming my events. I told them the username of the account that I created for that purpose. And then I log in on the computer with that account and I set the avatar up in here and I start recording. You can use a variety of apps to do that.
So if you go to a space sometimes and you encounter like these robot type of people, that's usually what it is, right? It's a camera.
Yeah, you know what? They used to actually be a robot. Also, people use them as boom boxes too. They'll use them as a way of streaming music. If people are having a party or something, they'll use them like that. And you can usually tell, but a lot of times, sometimes when you see somebody standing like this, it does mean that they're on a computer usually because their arms aren't moving, and it may actually be a person. And the best way to find out is to talk to them. Because they don't talk back. Although we are working on a way to make, to make this account talk back. Because I just think it would be funny when people go up to the camera and go, "Hey, YouTube," and I push a button and she says something. That would be hysterical. Like, please step away from the camera. I think that would be fun. So I'm looking at doing it. I just think it would.
Now I have an idea.
What's that?
Then these kind of avatars, you could put like a robot that then are playing music for you.
Exactly.
In your own world.
Exactly. They do that, but you know what? If you look on this painting over here, you're going to see a bunch of avatars that actually look like robots, especially the flying ones. They used to have these in AltspaceVR about like a year ago. Was when they took them out, and it was great because the ones that were flying, those were very popular to use for cameras, but they took them out for performance, unfortunately. And there's a lot of people that hope that they bring them back. I would like it if like the camera accounts actually looked like cameras. I think that would be fun, right? Because there is one you'll see occasionally. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be more natural if they looked like cameras or a drone or
There's
whatever.
There's an admin actually that in some events when they film it will actually float around as a camera, and it looks really cool. Yeah, I wish it was available
because that's just
every user.
That's just kind of creepy.
Okay, so I'm hijacking your stuff here.
It is. You know what's weird though? When it used to be a robot, right? And when it looks super sarcastic. I don't know what it is. It's just, you feel like she's about to laugh or something. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's just my computer. You think it's the eyes? Yeah, it might be because they're always like looking away. It just looks very either annoyed or sarcastic. I can't figure out which one it is, but it's definitely not friendly. But it does prepare us for like when AIs take over the world, because we'll be ready to fight because we'll have practice. That's possible. All right, it's just fun right now. But I always tell people when they come into space, that's the camera, so nobody gets confused about it. Especially because at the end of the event, you'll find that the camera has like it depends on the event, but you'll find that the camera has a bunch of friend requests. So I don't want anyone getting like offended. Like, I don't understand. Every time I come in his events, I friend request Ravenhall, and she never takes my friend request. Well, that's because she can't. Because if you accept the friend request, then you could send messages, and then when we're filming, the whole film is going to be, "Hey, Ravenhall, what you doing?" And then that'll be the message for the whole thing. So we don't accept the friend request on there, and that's how we do that. But yeah, there's a lot of they're very common. They're very commonly used at events. People who film and people who want to play music in worlds. That's one of the things they do it for right there. And that's it. So does anybody have any questions at all? Because we still got about 12 minutes left. Any questions at all about AltspaceVR, world building, event hosting, anything really? What's that? You're pointing outside. I'm not getting it. What's that?
Oh, we fly the ship.
Oh, how do you fly the ships? At the end of the runway, right now there's only one that you can fly. Those two that are floating in the air with the blue lights coming out, those are teleporters that lead to other worlds and experiences that are worth checking out. But you'll see at the end of the runway, you're going to see there's a gray wall. And next to the gray wall is an aircraft with an open door. If you go into that open door, you're going to see on the console is a launch button. Now, if you take the pointer that's coming out of your right hand, you aim it at the launch button, you're going to see your target starts to spin. All you have to do is squeeze your trigger one time, and one of these ships are going to attach to you. They have spinning turbines and engine noise. They're a lot of fun to fly around in. So go ahead and give it a try. Let me know what you think.
You fly it like
you can use either the standard form of flying where you move forward and look up, but you have your flight tool in hand, I see. So you'll be able to go a lot faster using the flight tool, and you get a lot more precise control, but either will work. All right?
Okay. I'm going to give it a shot.
If you don't have flight enabled, then you just walk off, you'll fall off the platform, and then you just end up mowing the grass. And that's how we keep the grass so nice and trim here, because nobody ever listens to that. It's true. There we go. All right. Nobody. Oh, well, it's something to say. It's what I say. It's part of my routine, So there we go. But thanks for that, Morgan. I appreciate it. If you weren't here to make it more difficult, I don't know what I'd do.
It's my job.
There we go. Morgan's my producer and my wife, so we're known for giving each other a hard time. Yeah.
Nice.
Hence the last name being the same. We've got Morgan Forrest.
So,
Michael Forrest,
yeah,
so,
okay,
yeah.
that's yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It makes it
Obvious
clear.
when you
Although
look
we
at
get
it.
weird questions because you'll get kids that are coming here and they'll say, "Is Morgan Forrest your sister?" And I'm like, "No, no, you get
Could
warmer,
be, but that would
not
be
yet."
awkward.
Yes, exactly. That would be rather strange. But yeah, they think, well, and it makes sense that they say that because they're kids, so they're looking at it in their own context, So it's
obviously, because that's the closest thing they have with someone
exactly.
having the same surname. They will say it's your sister.
Exactly,
or
and it's
relative
interesting to see
or
what
something
people
like that.
infer based on their own experience. It's kind of an interesting the way people do that. At any age, really. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Okay, so then I need to give your wife a little bit of the same credit I gave you before.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
the
absolutely. All of our
energy,
artwork,
the
most of our
energy
event
that you
ideas
give.
all come from over there.
This
Yeah.
is him. This is him.
No. That's not true.
No,
Most of our event
I would say,
graphics.
because the energy this guys give in all of his presentations, because I've been watching like 3 or 4 of them, and the
Nice.
energy is the same each and every
Yes.
time, and it's like day after day after day, and you do it with the same kind of
Well, not every show. There have been times where everybody has a bad day where you're a little bit off. But yeah, I try to bring it and I try to keep it fresh like that. Have you ever been to Shark Time yet?
I actually went into Shark Time just when it ended, when you pulled out the bridge.
Oh wow! Okay, so you missed the show. All right, yeah, you want to try to check that out if you can.
I fell into the water and fell out of the world. So
normally, it depends how it goes because we have guests that come on, but so it can vary.
I know.
But that's probably one of my best shows right now. It probably at least it's the most fun. We have a lot of laughs.
It's the most fun. We had the most fun with it for sure.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I recognized your voice instantly when I stepped in. And I saw, this is the guy from Quest Time.
Yeah,
so,
I love that actually. People come up to the stage and they'll go, "You're that shark guy, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I like when that happens. That's fun.
That's right. Shark guy.
Just the visuals on it though. Imagine that. You're that shark guy. It just creates an image. So there you go. All right.
It seems like a lot of the events are for adults. Is there a way to designate what's for kids and what's for adults?
I do see the events team, they like to separate things out where they'll give people like an 18 plus label when it's more adult material. They kind of make you do that because they'll have the admins review the events and they try to keep an eye on that because they don't want any problems. But yeah, for the most part, it's sort of wide open. But if you want to have an adults only thing, normally the way most people handle it is they put it either in the event description, but mostly on the event tile, like maybe in the lower right, it'll say like 18 plus or something like that, and that's a way to control it, but yeah, and you always make an announcement in the beginning that can help, but kids are always going to find a way in. It's like, it's like R-rated movies or something like that. People always, like tend to sneak in and stuff, Hey, Ken, how's it going?
Really any kind of, there's no kind of block for you to join. So
not yet, but a lot of people have discussed that. And, honestly, the best way to, see that kind of stuff happen is if you're right in the alt space, they tend to listen. So if a lot of people ask for the same thing, you're going to find that they, come right in and, if you write right in and you ask them, "Hey, I want to see this," and then, Master Papson writes in and asks for the same thing, they're going to realize there's a demand for it, and then they'll start to work on that. They're known for like listening to the users and, trying to, giving them what they want, and they do listen. So you will see a lot of user requested stuff going in. As a matter of fact, it's funny, the green tag thing that just basically it's a community helper. It says you're available to answer questions, and that's about it, or that you've been around for a while and all that. But somebody made a suggestion once to the program owner that they wanted to see the name tags turn pink, right? And apparently thought that this is the way everybody felt, so they went ahead and they turned them pink. And then there was a big falling out about it, saying, "We don't like this at all." And so they were demanding that they change it back. And then after a while, they changed it back too. So, that happens. Hey, Shelly CMF, how's it going? Welcome. Have you learned how to fly in Altspace yet? And if not, would you like to? Maybe another car.
See you around.
Hey, Tatanka, how's it going? Okay, what'd you say?
See you around. Love you.
See you around. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the comments. It's really great. Hey, Shelly CMF, have you learned how to fly in Altspace yet? Okay, maybe not. All right, let's see. We got Tatanka. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, Tatanka is Buffalo, right? Yep. No, I'm pretty sure Tatanka means Buffalo. And I'm trying to think what tribe that is. Is it Sioux? I think. No, Navajo. I think it's Navajo. Tataka's Buffalo, Navajo. I'm pretty sure. Either way, what's going on? Have you learned how to fly in AltspaceVR yet? All right. All right. So you guys aren't cool on answering. That's fine. All right. So we'll stand here staring at you, staring at me, staring at you, staring at me. There we go. All right. Maybe just came in through World's Popular and just looking around. That's totally fine too. All right. You have a question there, Origami Man? What's up?
No, I was just saying thank you for teaching me. I learned 3 ways to fly today.
Oh, awesome. Very cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's awesome. Enjoy it. It's a terrific way to get around AltspaceVR. It really is. It's a great job. Very cool stuff. So you're very welcome. See you later. All right. Let's see here. All right. We got about 4 minutes left. So there we go.
Oh, and I have a surprise if we go where.
You have a surprise. Oh, you were working on the world building again, huh?
Not exactly a surprise.
Okay. I'd love to see what you got.
Okay.
That's cool. A surprise for you too. I got a little update on those kits that we were working on.
Oh.
Stop by the set after and I'll show you.
Okay.
Very cool to see. Not much of an update, just a little correction. There's still some problems with it that we got to sort out, but we'll get there.
Okay.
Yeah, have a look at that. All right, let me take a quick look here because I don't know what happened there. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Tatanka, have you learned how to fly in AltspaceVR yet? And if not, would you like to learn?
I think I know how to fly now.
There's something going on with your audio. I can barely hear you. What was that?
Yeah. Are you teaching how to fly?
All right, your audio is like very low and tinny. You're having some kind of microphone issue? Possibly? I'm hearing something in the background, and it might be a voice, but it sounds more like a metal kind of a thing.
I hear that too.
Yeah. So one thing you might want to do is, check your audio. I'm not sure what kind of device you're on. If it's an external microphone, there might be an issue there. Let's see. We also have Alderson Vincent. How's it going, Alderson? Have you learned how to fly in AltspaceVR yet? And if not, would you like to learn? Okay, cool. Well, let me know. I'll be here for another 3 minutes if you guys have any questions at all. And Tatanka, if you can, feel free to text me if you'd like to learn, and I can walk you through it. Oh, you're doing that right now? Okay, I think. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see here. All right. Well, it looks like we're almost at that time.
Oh, let's see.
Alderson
Okay.
Vincent, if you haven't learned how to fly yet, I'd be happy to show you. Looks like you might be reading it off the wall. That's totally fine.
Oh, maybe I'm standing in the way.
It's possible. All right. All right, we're almost there. That was awfully nice to get some of that feedback.
I love when people have respect.
Yeah, that's nice.
And when you say they have no idea how much it's appreciated. Especially when you see
especially in the comments below YouTube. We really appreciate that. That's awesome. So, there we go. Gotta remember, we're on camera.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's see here.
Maybe it's a good thing you can talk.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see here. All right. DJ SP3C, how's it going? Looks like you threw your avatar away at the load screen. All right, that can happen. All right, everybody. Well, we're about out of time, so I want to thank you all for coming, and learning and, and hopefully enjoying and surveilling and all that fun stuff. All right, everybody. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you, Michael.